Gabe, why'd you do that? This is not the time to be ruining trucks that don't belong to us.
Next on Gabe's Go Crazy. Gabe's Gone Wild. What is it?
Who was it? Who really did the damage? Nobody knows. On today's episode of WatchJRGo, we are here with a friend of mine's truck, basically a company truck though, not really his truck, and it's got a little bit of an issue here. It was either Gabe or I, or who knows, it probably wasn't either of us, but this truck showed up over here in the shop to get a little bit of body work done. And today, we're gonna fix it. What is going on, guys? I am WatchJRGo, and like I said, today we are here with this pause for, I don't know what year it is, 19 GMC Sierra that needs a new fender put on it. Now, I've done a few fenders on some GM products before, and honestly, I kind of love doing this job. It's really no big deal normally. So today, we're gonna jump right in and do the exact same thing. They say in the back of the truck, there's a brand new fender, paint match. This should be like work truck white, if I had to guess. It's like, it's one of the base whites, no pearl in it or something like that, you know? So today we're just gonna jump in and see what it's gonna take to swap this fender out, and we just have to get it done, that's the deal. They hit me up and asked if we'd be willing to do a fender, and I remember how great the GMT 800 one I did on the channel when I was rebuilding that truck was, and I was like, sure, we'll do it again. It doesn't sound bad at all. So we might have to lift the truck up, we might have to pull a wheel. We're just gonna get in here and figure out what it takes to swap out a fender with a little bit of crash damage. I don't know what happened here, but whatever it was, doesn't seem like a really big deal. It's like something got dropped on it, thrown at it.
You know, somebody Hadoukened when they should have yogaed.
That's right, that's right. Quick little update here. We just found out, they just picked up the truck. We've been done with it since last night, obviously. But the owners said that they hit me up because they Googled how to change the fender on your Chevy Silverado. And my video about that teal one was the second result. So they just called me because, of course, they knew me and they were like, do you want to do it? So it's pretty funny. They went and saw my video, decided they didn't want to mess with it themselves. Well, let's see if we can get the hood open first. Hold on, hold on.
Yeah,
hey!
there it is. Hey,
it's not
nice
even,
and clear.
Not even damaged.
None. Looks good.
All right, that's good news. So it looks
easy
like,
body lines.
yeah, we're talking headlight,
yeah.
all these bolts.
So a couple there. Oh, this will be a piece of cake.
This seems pretty easy.
So we got fender liner.
Fender liner for sure.
Yeah,
oh, I bet we
couple
have
of things.
I bet we have to transfer the plastics too. I would assume the plastics are going to move. Is this a 5.3? It's a V8, that's for sure. It's not a Turbo Max. Turbo Max! Oh man, this thing's so new. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 YF in it. I love this new engine bay from GM. All their trucks look the same. It doesn't even matter what the engine is. Even if it has the turbo 4-cylinder, it looks the same. Airbox, same location, fuse, jump terminal, battery, everything's in the exact same location. And they made it so easy to get in and work on these things.
Just like the old trucks.
Yeah, it really is just like the old trucks. I think these are like just maintenance kings. And people still hate on them in the comments every time I talk about how great these are, but it's all accessible.
Is that because they look at the size of a small child compared to the truck? And
it's possible, man.
Look, control your kids. Don't let them out on the road.
That's more of a Twitter thing. What? Are you kidding me, guys? This Spider's bigger than this whole Mini Cooper. That's what it is. Look at this thing. Gabe's pulling the fender liner off. I think I have all of the bolts and one screw out of the fender already. Beware if you're doing this. One thing I've gotten pretty good at is removing this little GM piece of trim right here, and it hides the corner of everything. It just snaps out. There's a screw under the trim, so make sure you get that out of there. Of course, there's a screw right there. We got that one out already. And wheel well liner's coming. Here's another cool thing that I don't know if I've mentioned before, but right here, it says, do not spray with pressure washer. How cool is that? That is the actual intake into the airbox. And I assume if you get enough water in there, there's a chance you could possibly get some water into the engine. But obviously this goes into the bottom of the airbox and then drains. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's world ending if you get some water in there, but they say don't spray it. All right, so this should be free now. which should let us get the headlight out, which should let us get the fender out. It's just a little Jenga game.
Yep.
How's your Jenga game going?
I don't like my Jenga game.
We can turn the wheel.
No, it's not that. It's just
There are a couple hard ones back in there.
I agree that they're going to be more interesting than the others, but
All right, obviously Gabe's got almost every clip off of the fender flare right now. We were really chasing down that bolt right there. That's the final piece. But the fender flare likely has to go on the new fender. I can only assume it does. So, hey, there she is. Hey, the clip came with it, finally.
Nice.
All these other ones, I think we're gonna have to pull the clips very carefully and transfer them. That's gonna take a minute.
yeah, we've got.
But we did all of this so we could loosen up the front bumper, pull it back a little bit. It's basically almost all the way out, and of course the front drum. I got that completely loose already, so we're just minutes from having this fender off. Eric just showed up with these brand new, ultra nice gauges from the pawn shop here. What'd you pay for these bad boys?
180.
Whew, I feel like these are $1,000, aren't they?
No, they're like 400 bucks.
Well, still, that's sure is nice.
They do. I think Testo probably makes a set that's that nice, but
Enter. Oh, wow. There you go. You're in gauge mode. And as soon as you get the app, you can Bluetooth pair and done and done and done.
superheat, subcool, all
Got the probes.
of the things. I went in there and I just made it. I was like, I feel like you're charging retail. He's like, tell me what you want to pay. That's what he said. And I was like, so I gave him a number and he's like, done.
Is this your vacuum hose?
I think
That is insane. What a nice set of gauges, dude.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's so new. The battery tab hadn't been removed from it. Hopefully there's no hidden fasteners behind this guy right here. But I don't think there is. And all the other bolts are out of this thing. Turns out you don't have to pull the headlight, just get this bolt out and then do a little wiggling. I'm wiggling. Hey, lots of wiggling.
Comes forward there.
Okay,
And yeah, we should be
I
ready.
think we're ready to go up.
Where's it?
Oh, it's glued with a bunch of foam onto the frame right where your hand is.
Yeah, I see that.
And I think the answer for the glue is just keep pulling. And it should pop right off. So just, oh, you got it. Turns out there's a plastic tab on the phone. All right, Gabe, I didn't start the stopwatch. How much time do we have in this? 23 minutes.
5 seconds.
Okay, fine. I feel like mine might have been slightly more honest. But it was easy. It was easy. And there isn't anything there, it's just glued on. Shout out to GM for gluing the fender on. I guess it probably keeps it quiet.
Probably. Although, if it had been just a little further over, you know,
Oh yeah,
then that
it would have came
Terrible
all,
thing.
all by itself.
wouldn't have happened. Just an inch to the right.
All right, now we're gonna go get in the back of the truck and pull out what's supposed to be a brand new fender.
I'm going to sit this over here.
We might have to swap out that big piece of plastic on it too.
Yeah.
It's funny that you basically have yourself a trophy truck if you just do a fender delete. What do you think? Go off-roading 70 mile an hour now that we have all this wheel travel?
I like it.
All right, let's get the new fender on.
That's got to stay in there.
This is a big boy bubble wrap.
Hey, that's good packing.
I mean, we're gonna use this bubble wrap in the future. More big boy bubble wrap. Gigantic fender. Hey, they took off that entire inner support on this one. They unglued it.
I wonder, should we put the support back on?
Yeah, we sure should. Schramm Auto Parts, Mason, Michigan, 2023 Sierra Fender, white. So do some unwrapping here. This is a tough thing to ship. I mean, look at the box. This thing's palletized, boxed, huge. We do need to move.
I do appreciate that.
We gotta move the GMC badge.
Yeah.
There's a dent.
Oh, right there.
I hope they're okay
And
with
it's
the. Oh,
different.
look at this. It's from a crash.
Oh.
Paint missing, tape.
Oh, well.
Oop. Yeah, everything else looks pretty good. All right, well, I guess PDR. But also that dent will be unnoticeable by most people, I think. So, I mean,
Not by you guys, of course.
I'm gonna double check. Yeah, not by the internet. Not by the internet. But I'm gonna call the owner and be like, hey, just so you know, Your new one's got a dent on it, and I bet this cost like $600+ because it's like $300 to ship a pallet this size, and it's probably $300 for a fender for a brand new truck. All right, we got the new fender sitting on the truck. Obviously, there's a lot of work to go, but this is the easy part. You literally just set it on all of its studs. So we did have to pull the old GMC badge off of the other one. So that is off and ready to go. Right over there, you can see it in front of those seats. And had to move the rubbers, had to move the inside support, that's done. So now it's all about bolting this thing back together and making it line up. It was quick and pretty painless.
Pop, pop, hope nobody sees me getting freaky.
All I know is 40 bolts. Pretty painless, but 40 bolts.
Ish.
Yeah, no big deal. I mean, I took the whole front end apart here, the upper, and I pulled the headlight bolts so we could get everything out. So
That was really nice of you.
yeah, I figured
A
now.
lot of really great work there.
Now I
did
get
a
to
lot
put
of
that,
good work.
Put that back.
Spoken to a lot of people. They all agree.
It was some
It
great
was
work.
some great work.
It was some great work. And we got to clean up this tape, which is, yep, that's going to come off. This tape here, the masking tape, that's going to be a little bit more work. But other than that, this thing looks ready to rock. So I'll let you do your thing, Gabe. I'll let you put this one back together, man. All right, guys, we don't have too much left here. We just finished getting all the bolts in, getting the fender alignment done. It's probably as good as it could ever be. And of course, like we mentioned, there was a dent right there. And then we also saw a little rub mark right there. But with that said, it does look much better. And it's still, probably still cheaper than having one fender painted. So we gotta put this back as well. You gotta pull these two little screws on the hood open latch there when you're taking that out. But all the other screws are back in. The grill is snapped back in. Everything's lined back up. So we're just a couple push fasteners away from having this thing ready to go. I gotta say, if you need to change a fender on your Chevy truck, they just keep making it amazing over and over and over. We don't really have any time in this.
No,
but
not at all.
All you gotta do now is snap in the back of that thing. I think the back first.
Yeah, I'm just lining them all up.
Goes kind of under the flare, and then push. Look at that.
I can't complain.
Nope, can't complain even a little bit.
I mean, we had time for sandwiches and
These rock, dude. You know, every time I see an AT4 and it has that little light there, it just makes me, I'm like, wow, that's a really nice truck. But it's really the exact same truck with a light. It's crazy.
it has a light.
Yeah,
So-
it's just up front
There's a light.
at the end of the tunnel. Well, there you go. That was our Tuesday afternoon job. Something I wasn't quite planning on. We actually already bought a new car for you guys. You can try to guess what it is. It's outside. So at least it makes it hard for you to guess. Just totally throw out your total random guesses and see if you can figure out what the next car is on the channel, because the Audi's gone. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop WatchJRGo.com for cool shirts just like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. And also some other people, I should probably include this in the video, some other people said you need to pull the grill, the upper surround, the grill, all the stuff I was taking off of the truck, and also the entire front bumper, but we ended up doing it without removing any of that stuff for real. So you should be able to do this job without removing anything except the fender. Just make sure you've got a way to get into some very tight screws that are at some angles like this. You'll have to get up, behind, and down at an angle. But if you do that and take your time, you don't need to take the whole truck apart to swap this fender. This thing has like no miles on it too. It's actually really nice for a work truck spec. So we're gonna go give it a quick wash, get all this tape off, do a little degreasing, get all the fingerprints off of there.
Hold on, wait a second. It's got hours on the engine, not miles.
Oh, it has both. But yeah, that's,
Oh, wow.
all the new ones have both. They actually show engine hours to
That's
see if it was just idling all its life. Pretty cool, huh?
It is, but I mean,
Now people know if you've been idling all the time.
I've been idle all the time.
Well, after a quick trip to the car wash, you can barely tell anything ever happened. This was definitely a takeoff from a car that was in an accident. Once we really looked at it after the car wash, we noticed there was a little bit of red in there. That was pushed in just a little bit where the old headlight had been pushed back on another truck, obviously. Just little bits of red that just tell a story. But with that said, it's about how a work truck should look repaired.